Welcome back to the SportsMax Zone. We turn our attention now to cricket. They call it the king of sport. For the second successive season, the Mumbai Indians are champions of the Indian Premier League, the IPL. Mumbai sealing their 5th overall title with a 5-wicket victory over the Delhi Capitals in today's final at the Dubai International Cricket Stadium in the United Arab Emirates. Now, after winning the toss and batting, Delhi Capitals posted 156 for 7 of their 20 overs, with captain Shreyas Iyer top scoring with an unbeaten 65 and Rishabh Pant making 56. West Indian Shimron Hetmar made 5. Mumbai then made 157 for 5 of 18.4 overs. Captain Rohit Sharma top scoring with 68, while the West Indies white ball captain Kieron Pollard made 9. Scores in the match: the Delhi Capitals 156 for 7, the Mumbai Indians 157 for 5. Now, speaking after the match, Pollard said, "It's a great feeling." Here are his words after the match. "It's been 11 years, 5th trophy. No one sees the planning and training. It's pressure playing for a franchise like this. Kudos to the owners and management. Dwayne Bravo, you're behind now, and I'm in front of you." Just had to say that on camera. Of course, Polly and Dwayne Bravo are huge friends, and a very competitive rivalry between them. They've been recently teammates in the CPL for the Trinbago Knight Riders, but that wasn't always so, because Polly had played for the Tridents, he had played for the St. Lucian franchise as well, but they're always throwing jabs at each other, George.
Yeah, so the question that will emerge from the Mumbai Indians' latest triumph is, are they the greatest T20 franchise that has ever been, Lance?
Well, they certainly laid their stocks out, because the IPL is the most heralded of all IPL franchise tournaments globally. And if you're able to win 5 in a tournament that hasn't been around for like 20 years, you know, it speaks volumes for the not only consistency, but the quality of your performances. And Polly has hinted at that, because he did say in his post-match comments about it's a lot of pressure and so on playing for a franchise like this, which tells you that it's a franchise that sets very, very high standards, and they settle for nothing less but victories. Obviously, you can't win every tournament every year you play, but I would suggest that the Mumbai Indians are laying their stalls out as the best T20 franchise in global history.
That's as far as you'll go, that they're laying their stall out?
Well, the record would suggest that they are.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I think it's a no-brainer, the question, because it's obvious. You've already underscored the status of the IPL in the game. Remember, I always have this saying that for an IPL team, your agent doesn't tell the team that you're available for a selection. The IPL calls you to say that we'd like you to come and play for us. That's how prestigious the IPL is. And for a team to be the dominant force in the IPL, not just now, but for 5 times, and even when they aren't winners, they are contenders for the title. It's a tremendous thing, and it's the success that Kieron Pollard has had with the Mumbai Indians over time that has enhanced his stock within the West Indies. Because remember, if you look at Kieron Pollard's West Indies numbers, his West Indies numbers aren't great overall, but people constantly see this man engineering success for the Mumbai Indians in the IPL and being at the center of that success. He's rarely, if ever at all, been a passenger. That's why they say no. He's a good cricketer, and he has taken those qualities to the West Indies. You're saying?
Yeah, we have to remember that in 2015, when the West Indies named its World Cup squad, which is white ball cricket, just like T20 cricket, both Polly and Dwayne Bravo were not in the squad.
Yes.
And there was the feeling coming from the West Indies selection panel that they were finished with Polly and Dwayne and looking to build new players.
Yes, yes.
So for 5 years later,
yes,
Polly to be standing as a colossal figure in T20 cricket at this very moment speaks volumes for his dedication and what he has given to the game.
And to jump on that point, the reason that his performances in the IPL for Mumbai have been impressive, and the reason West Indies selectors came under pressure for that decision then, because people are saying, but hold on, these are the men that you are bypassing, men who are front and center at the highest level of T20 franchise cricket, and you can't find space for them. That's why it was so ridiculous. Let me tell you though, when you look at today's final, Lance, I like to look at the numbers around certain things, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Trent Bolt's performance, he was man of the match. And of course, tip our hats to Jofra Archer, who was player of the series in the IPL. Trent Bolt's performance is what you would want from a fast bowler. And the bowling performance of the Indians is ultra impressive. They conceded 15 boundaries in their innings. Yeah, and we're looking at the IPL most wickets table, right? So the purple cap goes to Kakisa Rabada of the South African, the Capitals, and Trent Bolt at 3 with his 15 matches and 25 wickets. He took 3 wickets today, Lance, for 30 runs. I'm saying his individual bowling performance was fantastic. As a bowling unit, the first 4 bowlers used by the Indians gave away, all of the bowlers, they gave away totally 15 boundaries and about less than 10 sixes. If your bowling unit were to tell you before going into a final that, okay, here's what, we're going to give away 15 boundaries in 20 overs and about 6 sixes, you would have taken that and you'd have believed that with that base, you could go on to win the game. It was absolutely wonderful. First wicket down without a run on the board. I think the Mumbai Indians bowling is what won the game for them today. And Trent Bolt is going back home to play for New Zealand in outstanding form. And the West Indies better beware.
Yeah, and quickly before we wrap this segment, the illustration of Kieron Pollard's contribution to the Mumbai Indians. He averaged, George, 53.60 in the IPL. Only KL Rahul and Kishan Ishan, I think his name is, averaged better than Polly did. So well done.
Big player.
Well done, Polly. And as you said, Jofra Archer, MVP for the entire tournament.
Yes.
He wasn't among the leading wicket takers. He had only 20 wickets, but his economy rate was 6 point low, and his average 18 point something. Jofra came up big.
The producer is playing theme music, but let me say this. Remember, if the IPL was played when it should have been played, Jofra would have missed it with that knee injury.
Yes.
It was the COVID-19 and the late start of the IPL, which gave him a chance to play in his debut season in the competition, and the rest is history. Tremendous from the young man.
Break time.